If you eat too many carrots, your skin can tint orange. You can taste garlic through your feet. Sharks have prowled the seas longer than trees have shaded the land. If that caught your ear, settle in. We are diving into a cascade of head-turning facts that will make you say, I did not know that. Let's start with berries that are not berries. In botany, a true berry has a thin outer skin, a fleshy middle, and seeds on the inside. That means strawberries with their seeds outside are not true berries. Raspberries and blackberries are clusters of many tiny fruits, so they miss the mark too. True berries include blueberries and cranberries, but also a few surprises like grapes, eggplants, watermelons, and even bananas. Your fruit bowl just got a plot twist. Speaking of fruit twists, oranges are not always orange. In hot sunlight, their peels can load up on green pigment that shields them, which makes the rinds look lime-toned even when the fruit tastes sweet. Color is not always a ripeness report. Here is a vocal trick. Take a glamorous porcine diva from puppet lore. Pitch the voice down about an octave and suddenly it sounds like a wise little space sage. Same performer, different register, one puppeteer, two icons. Voice is a shapeshifter. Genetics will also mess with your expectations. If a pair of identical twin sisters has children with a pair of identical twin brothers, the cousins can be genetic siblings. Identical twins share the same DNA blueprint, so their kids can match like brothers and sisters on paper, even though the family calls them cousins. Try this odd kitchen and body experiment. Rub raw garlic on the soles of your feet. After a while, you may taste it. A pungent compound slips through the skin, rides the bloodstream, and ends up at your taste receptors. Not useful, but unforgettable. Diet curiosities keep coming. Carrots are healthy, yet several big ones every day for weeks can tint your skin a gentle orange. That is carotenemia, harmless and strange. Also, while a plate of potatoes with butter can technically cover basic macronutrients for a time, your body still craves a diverse menu of vitamins and minerals. Variety wins. Your body is a gas factory too. The average person passes gas about 15 times a day. On a lively day, it can climb well above that. Add it up and you could fill a balloon daily. A small party trick you never asked for. Inside your stomach, a mix of acid and enzymes can corrode metal if given long contact. Your own tissues are safe because the stomach lines itself with a mucus shield and neutralizing compounds. It is like wearing a chemical raincoat that you replace non-stop. Now brace yourself for bedroom trivia. Over about a decade, a mattress can gain notable weight from sweat, dead skin, dust, and the tiny life that feeds on all that. A mattress protector and regular care are not glamorous, yet they matter more than you think. Ready for the creepiest biology? Teratomas are rare tumors that can grow hair, teeth, and even bits that resemble other tissues. They arise from early cells that normally build all parts of the body. Most are treatable, but the idea is pure Twilight Zone. You wake up taller than when you went to bed. Gravity compresses the soft discs in your spine during the day, then sleep lets them rehydrate and spring back. The difference is small, around a third to half an inch for many people, yet it is real. Stretch your arms wide and fingertip to fingertip is usually close to your height. Your foot length also tends to match your forearm. Built-in measuring tape. Octopuses feel like visitors from another world. They have a central brain plus one mini brain in each arm, which lets arms taste and move with surprising independence. They have 3 hearts, and their blood looks blue because it carries copper-based oxygen transport. With that many hearts and minds, they are masters of escape and problem solving. Human brains mature from back to front, and the last region to fully develop is the frontal lobe, often around the mid-20s. That area handles planning and impulse control. Be kind to your younger self. Wiring takes time. Animal courtship can get weird. Male giraffes nudge a female to prompt a small sample of urine. They taste it to check if she is ovulating. Not a date idea to copy, but it works for them. Cows have no upper front teeth, only a firm dental pad to clamp grass before the back teeth grind. One elephant molar can weigh close to 9 pounds. That is heavier than some newborns. Meanwhile, a blue whale is so vast that its main artery is wide enough for a child to crawl through, at least in theory. Ancient giants once waddled the beaches. A long-gone penguin species towered over people. Today, the emperor penguin looks tall, but it would have looked up to that extinct cousin. On the timeline, sharks arrived more than 400 million years ago, long before the first trees at around 380 million years. For a time in deep prehistory, dead trees did not rot the way they do now because the wood-eating decomposers had not evolved yet, which helped set the stage for coal deposits. Earth hides treasure too. Most of the gold atoms on our planet sank to the core when the crust was molten. The amount is mind-boggling. Spread it on the surface and you could bury the world under a thick, glittering blanket. Time bends perspective. We live closer in time to a famous apex dinosaur than that dinosaur lived to the armored plate-backed dinosaur from a much earlier era. Trilobites were fossils before dinosaurs ever showed up. Human history is a blink compared with that ocean of time. If all the empty space inside atoms vanished, every human could fit into a sugar cube. Not comfortably. Think rush hour, but cosmic. Here is a road trip to space. Drive straight up at 60 miles per hour, which you cannot do, and you would reach the boundary of space in about an hour. The sky feels closer when you think of it that way. Back on the ground, some drivers in crowded cities have hired fake ambulances to slip through traffic. Clever and illegal. Hopefully a short-lived trend. Travel with me to a centuries-old festival in an island nation where sumo wrestlers hold babies and coax them to cry. The belief says loud cries scare away bad spirits and bless the children with health. It sounds odd, yet tradition carries comfort. A tall past president of a large country was a skilled wrestler long before holding office. A modern religious leader once worked the door at a nightclub during youth. Life takes winding paths to power. A tech founder once built a dating site and famously lost a partner to someone they met on that very platform. That is irony with a logo. A pioneer of the flying disc requested that his ashes be molded into discs for friends to toss. A final flight in the park. A European city once tested cats as mail carriers in the 1800s. Delivery times were not great. Meanwhile, owls in some regions have been seen letting tiny blind snakes live in their nests, almost like pets that eat pests. Baby elephants laugh during play. Rats do too, with high chirps that microphones can catch when they are tickled. Joy is not only human, plants broadcast in their own way as well. The smell of freshly cut grass is a chemical distress call that signals nearby tissues to repair and defend. Some plants even summon bodyguard insects with scents when they are chewed by pests. Banana-flavored candy often leans on a compound that also appears in the alarm scent of honeybees. Bring a banana to a hive and you might rile up the gods. Sweet can double as a siren. The map can fool you. At the closest point, the United States and Russia sit only a few miles apart across a narrow strait, with two islands so near you could spot one from the other on a clear day. Long before that map took shape, an ancient supercontinent linked lands that are now far apart. The Appalachian Range, the Scottish Highlands, and the Atlas Mountains were once neighbors in a single chain before the plates drifted and oceans opened. Here is a language twist. England is not even in the top 5 countries by number of English speakers. Population size in other nations pushes them far ahead. The 5 Olympic rings use blue, yellow, black, green, and red on a white field so that every national flag includes at least one of those colors. The 5 rings stand for the 5 inhabited continents intertwined for unity. Look down at your keyboard. Tiny bumps on the F and J keys help your fingers find home without peeking. Maple syrup bottles carry little handles because the design honors old heavy stone jugs that truly needed grips. Today the handles mostly wave hello from history. A final quiet truth. Hearing may be the last sense to fade near the end of life. Brains can still react to sound even as other systems wind down. If you sit with someone in that moment, your words might still reach them. Choose something kind. If these facts surprised you, share your own jaw droppers in the comments, tap follow, and I will bring you more wonders next time.